and looks like it is coming up now. How's it going, everybody? This is Jax Atlantis and Haley Lynn, the Lucid Mystic. Haley, how are you doing today?
I am doing amazing, Jax. How are you?
I am doing splendid. I've been
Awesome.
so excited for this video. I was hoping we'd even be able to do it sooner, but I'm just glad we got to do it again because after the last
Mm.
live poetry, you guys the last one we did, we had a few people here with us live in the chat. We had some people that commented afterwards and a few people that reached out. And you guys, it was a really positive response for us to make some poetry live on the air and then fucking, just read it out and just create it here. And it's like raw and it's something that we were able to just kind of bring to the collective. And you guys, just so you know, what we want to do actually, besides just, Haley and I creating poetry, is also doing a poem at the end where all of us put one line in together. So we do it as a collective. And just make sure to share this video out. If you guys want to share this, by texting your friends with the link or by sharing it to Facebook, all of these shares help so much to keep this channel going and to create new content. I have jumped from 700 to 1,300 subscribers in a really short amount of time, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you guys so much for that. And once we get to the 2,000 mark, I'm going to be putting out a special video for basically an overview of what we're looking at for the summer, fall, and winter of 2020. So definitely stay tuned for that. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and share it out. And Haley, you have a channel as well. You want to tell us a little bit about that channel while I share this out to the to Facebook and a few other places?
Absolutely. So my channel is under the Lucid Mystic. I am a lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience coach and guide. So I help people experience altered states of consciousness at will and use it for life transformation and healing. So this means using lucid dreaming or out-of-body experiences to get rid of fears, to talk to your subconscious mind, to maybe reprogram your brain, to get rid of things that have been holding you back in your waking life. We are using the dreaming mind, the subconscious mind, to benefit our waking life and so we can experience life transformation and healing. So that is what my channel is about and what my work is about. So again, you can find that at the Lucid Mystic. So yep, and I put out a video at least once a week. And I plan to do more collabs with Jax in the future. We have definitely a
Yeah, we've
few
got like
things
400
planned.
plans for
Yep,
things that we're
400.
planning to
Yep, we're gonna
to
have to
make.
start setting deadlines because it's getting
Right.
serious now. Hey,
Yeah, what would you
Adriana.
say is the number one thing that people could benefit from, like within the next few days, if they were to start lucid dreaming practice, looking at some of your videos, trying a few things out? What's a benefit that you think that they would be able to find within a pretty short amount of time?
So one, you would definitely have a lot more mindfulness because that is one of the practices of lucid dreaming is to become more mindful, to be more in the moment and to observe your surroundings and really be with your experience, because to get lucid in the dream, we're going to need to be mindful and be able to, examine our environment to realize we're dreaming. It's all about creating that critical thinking and using that part of our brain more when we're awake. And so what you're going to experience within the first couple of days is definitely more mindfulness and also enhanced dream recall. Within a couple days starting the practice, you will start to have more dreams and you'll start to have more dreams after that. And I'm to the point where I can remember 5 to 8 dreams a night a lot of the time. And that
Wow.
seems weird. Like, how could you remember all that? Well, you learn to become conscious of what's happening during sleep. So you write down the last dream you remember, and then you're able to like recall it back. It's like unraveling the yarn. You're able to work your way back and remember all the way until you went to sleep. And so it's really building memory, and it actually helps build your waking memory as well. So I think that's pretty cool and pretty interesting. But
Yeah.
there's a ton of, it's like a domino effect once you start. So
Yeah, no, and I love that
definitely
you touched on
amazing.
mindfulness there, because yeah, you have to do reality checks throughout the day in order to start to get yourself into this place, so that it's not some sort of like process, this huge esoteric process, and then suddenly you break through into another dimension. It's like, here in the waking life, you interact with yourself and have whatever reality check is your thing. That's super cool. I love that.
Exactly. And the reason why we don't always realize we're dreaming is because we are on autopilot a lot of the time in our waking life, and our habits and waking life carry over into our dreams. So if we want to be more aware in our dreams, we need to start being more aware and act like we would want to act in the dream world. So it's kind of interesting when you think of it like that. Especially you can play a game with yourself when you're awake. Like, let's pretend like I don't know that I'm dreaming right now. How would I prove it to myself? So you can make it super fun. It will definitely pay off really quick. That's the easiest way to consistently lucid dream. Probably every single night for a lot of people without having to
Yeah.
do any techniques. So it's definitely worth doing for sure.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I'm super excited for this. Last time we did a poem called Cerulean Dream, and if you guys go into my channel, you'll see the last Galactic Poetry episode 1 where we did Cerulean Dream, and it was a really cool poem. I loved the way it turned out. For today's poem, I think we should do I think we were talking about maybe doing a whole color thing. We did cerulean last time. What's the color that you would like to choose for this poem? And then I'll try and choose some other word that connects with it.
Amethyst.
Amethyst. Amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna do amethyst, amethyst mantis.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
That was a
Yeah.
flow.
So last time what we did, you guys, we each did a couplet, and then we each did a quatrain, and then we each did another quatrain, and then we both did, I think, one last line or one last couplet and made a poem. And it turned out super awesome. I would love to hear your guys' lines in the chat. If you guys want to comment or chat below and let us know, even if you have written poetry recently and you just want to share that. So Haley, would you like to do the very first 2 lines? I think I did the first 2 last time.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it. How's it going, Adriana? Glad that you're able to make it today. We'll just share this out to a few places.
And are doing like a free flow one? Are we trying to like
Let's
rhyme with each other? Okay.
We
We should do that.
now let's add a challenge. We're gonna try and rhyme with each other on this one. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so Adriana, amethyst is your birthstone. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius rising, so I definitely have a really strong connection with amethyst as well. For me, it's like it always feels like it has a very interactive energy with the third eye. Like there's something about it whenever I use amethyst, whenever I try and heal with amethyst on myself, it feels like it just sort of opens and clarifies everything. It's really strong. Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear our poetry as well. We don't ever, we just kind of go for it. And to create it live is interesting because for me, poetry is always something that it happens in threes usually. Like I'll be alone, I'll be writing something, I'll write a poem and it'll just come out of nowhere. And then within the next 48 hours, usually there's another poem or two that comes after it. And then it can be days, weeks, or months. But something has happened to me over this past 2 months where I've just been writing so much poetry. It's been something that I've shut down since I was like about 20. I was running a literary magazine called Indigo Rising Magazine. And, I'd write poetry and I would publish it in zines and certain magazines and things like that. And I really loved that. I really loved that part of the journey. But for me, it was like I just had to look at something else. It was almost like not that I had to leave poetry, but that it wasn't my destiny. I always knew it'd be something spiritually, and I wasn't sure what form it would take. But then, of course, I got into this whole journey and started, getting into astrology and tarot and all of these different all these different energies and all these different things to talk about. And now, you know, I just sort of talk about spirituality, and, you know, I talk about dogmatism and the way that we can instead, you know, live through a free spirituality, one that operates without all of the rules and regulations and all of these different things that I think we kind of put on ourselves. It makes it, you know, it makes it so restrictive. It makes it so closed, even though it should be the most open of experiences. And so poetry, you know, this is just another way of kind of like expressing spirit and just sort of letting that flow. I just, you know, for me personally, I get into kind of a channeling state and I just let it come out. So I'm excited for this poem, Amethyst Mantis.
Okay, got it. Napalm skies and bright blue wonder, amethyst treasures beneath your skin.
Okay, that's a great opening line. Okay, let me see.
That's super cool though, that your birthstone is amethyst. Mine is a ruby and peridot. Peridot's like this super deep green stone that's really, really interesting. Amethyst is probably one of the stones I have the most of, if I'm being honest.
Napalm skies, bright blue wonder, amethyst treasures beneath your skin, flowing flights, torn asunder, mantis in lush solitude, alone from kin.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And that was really quick. Okay, I'm gonna have to step up my game a little bit.
Yeah, you do 2 lines again. Yeah, let's do 2 back and forth until we feel like it's there, until we feel like we've reached it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also interested in the direction that this is taking so far. This poem, like our last one, was so whimsical and so, you know, so lighthearted, and this one feels like it's going for a much like almost darker tone. It's almost somber. So
yeah,
I'm really curious. I wasn't expecting that. I had no idea what form this would take.
I know, right? I love it so far.
Me too.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, we love it too, Adriana. Yeah, this is something that we're planning to actually do every week on Monday. We don't have a specified time exactly yet because we're both people who I guess you could say we don't abide by schedules as much as we should. We're not bad at schedules. We're just abundant in freedom is one way that you might say. We're abundant in freedom.
I like that. Yep.
That makes me feel better about it.
Right? I know I was gonna say, okay, this sounds good.
We're not bad at following rules. We're just really good at breaking them.
They're meant to be broken. It's a challenge to see if you're brave enough to break the rule.
Are you guys brave enough? Are you guys brave enough to break the rules? It's funny. My whole life has been kind of breaking the rules in a weird way. Yeah. You know, I was born and raised in like a cult, and so being someone who didn't believe in it but pretended to, like for the first 15 years of my life, it was pretty crazy. It felt like you were a heretic, like you were some sort of enemy, like, you know, you were like an opponent behind enemy lines. Like, and it was a weird thing. And then, you know, in the cult, of course, anyone who's not in it you know, is considered worldly and bad. And so going out into the world after 15 years, like it was so bizarre to then see all the people that I saw characterized that way. And luckily, that was the one of the tenets that I always disagreed with. Always deep down, I secretly kept it to myself, but I knew that it was wrong. I was like, I know that there's good in people who aren't in this cult because I've seen it. And so luckily, luckily
And
I didn't
look
accept
where
that.
you are now. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I know I feel like my whole life in some way, shape, or form, I always felt like I was going against like the system or what I was supposed to do. But it's like, I feel like I turned out pretty okay, you know?
I think you did too. I think you turned out great. Hey, we got Tamris here. How's it going, Tamris? I haven't talked to you since our session. I hope things have been going awesome. I saw you message me there on Instagram. I hadn't gotten back to it yet, but I definitely will. I've been trying to get a lot better at messages and responding to them quickly. I would say I've gotten okay at it. My inbox usually only has like, you know, in the tens now. Like, you know, before it was kind of like there was like hundreds of messages and I just would get so overwhelmed that I wouldn't, you know, check them. But now I'm keeping it down. I'm trying to clear them out once per week at the very least.
I was gonna say, yeah, once per week is super good. I need to get better at that for sure.
It's very manageable.
Let's see.
So I'll keep posting our poem, Amethyst Mantis. Amethyst Mantis. It's almost hard to say. You almost want there to be a T at the end of mantis in order for it to work perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Amethyst Mantis. Oh, I totally butchered the form of it when I tried to put it in the chat, but that's okay.
It's all good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of this last one.
You love poetry too, Tamris? Yeah, no, we should, here's the thing is the more people that join us and like jump into this, we're going to start doing a poem at the end, and we can totally still do that with you and Adriana and us that are just here, but we're going to do a poem at the end that's like a shorter poem, but everyone puts in one line. So get ready for that, because if you want to, then just stick around. We'll do that at the end of this one, actually. We'll do a quick like 6-line poem where all of us do, you know, a line or two.
Okay, so I have it. And so let's see how it flows with everything. Okay. Napalm skies and bright blue wonder, amethyst treasures beneath your skin, flowing flights torn asunder, mantis in lush solitude, alone from kin. Ocean rays fall into present, standing trees bloom into crescents. And then it sounds like you create like your own art from that, you know? I'm starting to feel it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Tamris, I definitely agree. I haven't done poetry for a long time. There's many forms you could take it. I feel like if you can write poetry, you can write songs. If you can write songs, you can write stories, because songs are kind of like stories, so is poetry. And so I just love the creative process in general. I feel like everyone should definitely explore their creative side because everyone has something different to offer that someone else doesn't have. So imagine if we all use that together. That's pretty powerful.
Ocean rays fall into present, standing trees bloom into crescents. Is it space that creates these lessons, or is it pain that writes this message?
Ooh, that's way good. Oh my
I
gosh.
like it. I like it.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it is. So
Ooh.
this is tough. This is actually tough for me to do this rhyming poetry because I'm so used to free form that when we do it in the rhymes, I'm being guided but by what I know needs to fit at the end. And so normally for me, it's a free flowing abstract poem. I'm just like da 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 da, the purple tree, blah blah blah, and I'm just like all over the place. So this is exciting.
I think it's a good challenge for me as well because I'm like not used to that exactly either. Sometimes I do
Yeah.
it, but yeah, it's a lot easier to just whoosh.
You just
But
wrote
it's
a
turning
poem
out.
about Gaia giving birth, Tamris? Yeah, no, post that in the either in the chat or the comments after. I think the comments section appears after the live video is done, but please post that. That'd be so cool to see that because every week what I want to do is I want to start this by reading someone's submitted poetry. And I'm actually on jaxatlantis.com going to have here pretty soon a section there for channeled poetry because as this, gets more and more people that are here and joining us, there's a lot of poets out there who want to express their work and sort of have people hear it and have someone else read it for them. I think it'd be really interesting, so I can't wait. Yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm super excited for like the poetry from everyone. That's gonna be super cool. I'm trying to think of this last night. And we're still doing 2 lines, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah, Tamris. Heck yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this because poetry doesn't get enough, like, it's not out there enough. The ironic thing, I mean, back when I was like a poet and I was out there all the time trying to like submit my poetry to magazines, going to poetry readings, doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
It was always like it was almost like it would either become sequestered into other people that also write poetry, or it would be something where it almost felt like people always say like you write poetry, like, and they just weren't open-minded to it. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is like we've all got poetry inside of us. Like it doesn't have to mean that we're all a poet, but we've all got a story to tell. We've all got a thing, because the thing is we're human beings and human beings feel a complex range of emotions in a unique way every time. The way that I
Yeah.
feel sadness is not the same that the way that Haley feels sadness. We're connected by the universal sense of sadness itself, and that we both at the human experience feel that. But the way that I'll interpret something with my subconscious, the way she does, is different. And so she has a poem in her, and I have a poem in me, and we all have one. And I just think it's a huge part of our spirit, because when we start tapping into other realms and we go into these experiences, it changes us. Yeah, poetry is heart language, Tamris. Yeah, exactly. It changes us. It alters the way we feel forever. The moment that being one with everything stops being like a concept, and you feel the sensation of being one with everything for just that moment or for however long that the experience was for you, like
Yeah.
you'll never look at life the same again. You'll never look at death and rebirth or any of that. It's
Yeah.
unique every single time.
Yeah, and along with like oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. I had it the whole time. Oh, along with everything being one, like just like everything is poetry in a way, everything is just art in general, and everyone can tap into that. But it's a matter of like, are you letting what's around you inspire you? Like, are you letting the art and the poetry that is around you like inspire you? And so I feel like now a lot of people are starting to like use their creativity or just listen, just meditate. And a lot of people think meditating is just sitting there with your eyes closed. But then once people start to do that, they're like, oh my God, I like a side of me was reached that is not usually there. And that's what I do when, you know, I need to get inspiration for like a poem or something like that. You just observe what's around, it will come. Okay, yeah. I have it now. The earth renews herself with grace. The essence of time is woven in lace.
Okay.
I really like it.
Okay, so I did an extra 2 lines, so I guess I'm doing a quatrain, and then you can do a quatrain.
Yeah, I was gonna say that feels really good. What you just said, that feels really well. Okay.
Good.
Let's see.
The earth renews herself with grace. The essence of time is woven in lace. Upon this passion the mantis preys. From silver blocks it carves a face. The flies around all stop in place. The blood of wind, it flows mid-chase.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sorry, it's taking a second.
What do you guys think of the poem so far?
Okay. Okay. The essence of pride takes over all. Softly it plays a mystical call. The sun's hazy glow leaves everything kissed, and there stands the mantis of amethyst.
Oh my God. I think he just finished it. I think he totally just finished this.
Oh my gosh.
Let's Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's like the perfect ending.
And I really
Okay.
like the way it flows.
Me too. And I just realized that I can just share the note.
Oh, that's the file thing? Is that what you're talking about?
And let me see. And there.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me share, but let me do this in a place where it's okay if I share it, because I think this has all of my stuff here. Let me see. Let's do it here. Let me open up text edit. And then if you'd like, you can be the one to read the whole thing this time. I think I did it last time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So let me post it here. Okay. And let me just turn up the text. I'm not sure how much I'll need to bring up the font, but let me just switch it to about 24. Let's try 24.
Yeah, I might post this as well. And just credit what we're doing, because this is like really good. And
oh my God, absolutely.
I really like this one.
So I think this did it.
Oh, that's all?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow, it looks different. Like,
oh yeah, we definitely did it. We did it in a weird way this time. Technically,
I think it was because the chat was so long, so I didn't expect it to be so like.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, go on.
Okay. Napalm skies and bright blue wonder, amethyst treasures beneath their skin, flowing flights torn asunder, mantis in lush solitude, alone from kin, ocean rays fall into present, standing trees bloom into crescents. Is it space that creates these lessons, or is it pain that writes this message? The earth renews herself with grace. The essence of time is woven in lace. Upon this passion the mantis prays. From silver blocks it carves a face. The flies around all stop and play. The blood of wind it flows mid-chase. The essence of pride takes over all. Softly it plays a mystical call. The sun's hazy glow leaves everything kissed, and there stands the mantis of amethyst.
I love it. We kind of just created a character. That's so sick.
I know, right?
That is awesome. Yeah, it looks like it's also readable on the screen too, so that'll be there in the video. But yeah, you guys will post this in the comments once the video uploads. And I loved this one. I absolutely love this one.
Me too.
Yeah, this is a good one. We're gonna put together a book. We're gonna put together a book of poetry here pretty quick, I'm sure, because
that'd be so.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of poetry that comes out of this. So what do you guys think? I don't know if it'd be good to do it this time or next time when we have even more people that are watching live.
Oh, yeah.
But if you guys are down, do you all want to give one line of poetry, and me and Haley will actually each make our line afterwards? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
We could
that'd be
do a
super.
live poem created right now in the chat. I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be way cool. Yeah, I'm so down. Hope to see.
We'll let destiny decide. If you
Yep.
guys comment, then we'll do it. And also, you guys, I'm super curious. What would you guys like when my channel hits 2,000 subscribers? For your guys' subscriptions, comments, likes, and all of that, like it just helps out so much. So, what's something that I could do for you? A lot of YouTubers, they're like, they kind of have their own sort of vision for like, oh, when we hit this many, I'll do this crazy thing or that crazy thing. For me, I just want to make a deal. I would just like to make a deal and do something that you guys genuinely asked for and wanted. And whether it's like a monthly special for career path over the summer, whether it's like, an astrological look into what's coming up for us, or a look through the tarot, I'm open for that. So Tamris is down. So even if it's just the three of us, if there's anyone else in the chat, like feel free to jump in, but let's do it. I'll do a line, or Tamris will do a line. You can do the first line, Tamris, and then Haley will do a line, and then I'll do a line. And then if we're feeling it, if we think it, in fact, maybe it'll be a 3-line poem, but if we feel it, we'll all do a second line as well. And then
Yeah.
we'll just have created a miniature poem there.
Yeah, I'm down. Woo.
Let's do it. All right, Tamris, you're up. You go ahead and start us off. And then at the end, we'll create the title.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Ooh. Have you heard of a 3-sentence poem before? Have you read one?
I mean, there are haikus, do like
Oh,
the
yeah, I
5
forgot about
syllable 7-5.
haikus. I
So that's
forgot
a
about that.
classic one. We don't have to do haikus, but those ones.
Yeah.
One of the best poems I ever read was a 2-line poem by Walt Whitman, and it's so simple, but what it represents is so intense. So the poem is, I am large, I contain multitudes. And what I
Wow.
love about that poem is it's like the irony of writing that so simply and so small, and at the same time, it's so true. Human beings, like, we contain so much. We
Yeah.
contain so much. What inside of our heads is like enough to fill out novels upon novels upon novels and still not scratching the surface to everything that's in our minds. We are
Yeah.
large and we contain multitudes. I've
I
always loved
truly,
that.
yeah, I truly believe there's no limit in our mind. I
Yeah.
truly believe literally anything could be done. Like,
Yeah.
because you've seen it done so many times, things that we thought were impossible. We only thought that until someone else is able to do it. So I'm like, girl, you can do anything you set your mind to.
That's what I always say to myself as well. I'm like, girl, you can
Right? You
do
got
anything.
this. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and I'm really excited. While we're waiting, oh, here we go. Tamris, soldier, what gives you the strength in the face of fear? You guys mind if we go formless for this one? I think I want to go formless for this one.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Soldier, what gives you the strength in the face of fear?
Yeah, Tamara, I think we're gonna get our 3 lines in. We're gonna read it, probably just see how it feels. And then I think we'll see if we want to add some more onto it.
Soldier, what gives you the strength in the face of fear? Blades fall like hail, standing proud in the stubborn sand.
Ooh. Standing tall, diminishing darkness, love is now our only weapon.
I love that. Yeah. No, that's perfect. I think it just needs a title.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Warrior Reversed?
I like that.
Let's do it. Warrior Reversed.
Ooh.
This is fun.
Oh, I know.
It's definitely like a good mental exercise. Like if that's the only thing that ever came out of this, like just being such a good mental, like my brain, it totally changes the way that I think about things in normal life.
It absolutely is. And to do it with other people, I think is really cool to get like a little creative group going.
Yeah. Because that's the whole thing right now. You know, it's all about, we've entered a time period where we kind of have to come together right now in the ways that we physically possibly can.
We have to stay connected.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's going to set a new expectation for what we expect after this is all over. Like, are we all going to still stay so connected, like via video chat and everything? Or will it for sure be in person because we'll be able to again? Or will things go back to the way they were? And we definitely don't want the third option. So let me share this. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, I feel like people have a hard time with change, right?
Yeah.
But this change we were forced into. And I believe it's going to be a positive change. But once people adapt to this, that's going to be the new normal. And so since they have a hard time adapting to change, maybe they won't want to go back to the way it was and will realize, oh, you know, I'm kind of used to it now. This way isn't that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I feel it.
Whole online and everything and how everything's changing. Like, I feel like this evolution, this ascension that's happening, we've been getting little subconscious hints, you know? I feel like it's just going to feel right when it happens. Like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's happened yet. This huge, big awakening that people are feeling.
Yeah, no, I think it's on its way.
I don't feel like it's happened yet. Yeah.
I think it's on its way. So, guys, here's Warrior Reversed. Warrior Reversed by Jax Atlantis and the Lucid Mystic and Tamris. We've got the three of us freaking tri-authoring a poem. By the time, you know, so a few weeks from now, we're going to have quite a few poems that have come up. One that me and Haley write, one that comes from the audience and us. we're gonna have to figure out publishing this, and I'm gonna have to get permission from all you guys ahead of time. I just started thinking about the publishing aspects of this. But
You're
if we're all
going
good with it, if we're all chill with it, this will be pretty easy to go ahead and self-publish an actual book of this poetry. And wouldn't that be so fun to have?
it'd
So,
be so easy. Yeah.
warrior reversed. Soldier, what gives you the strength in the face of the fear? Blades fall like hail, standing proud in the stubborn sand. Standing tall, diminish darkness. Love is now our only weapon. It's interesting. It's almost as if your line was representative that in the first line we were asking the soldier what gives them the strength. And in the last line, we're suggesting that there is a finality and a clarity that the soldier gains afterwards, where love is the only weapon.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
funny because for me, so Tamara spoke in the future tense, what gives you the strength to keep doing what you're doing. I spoke in the present sense, the blades fall like hail, and then you spoke in the past tense as if it's finished.
And it's
So
cool
fun.
because it's, yeah, talking about fear and love. It could also represent like love over fear.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. No, I feel
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
Love that. Well, we love it, Tamris. I'm glad that you're here
Thank
for it.
you
Yeah, no, join
for
us every single
helping.
Monday. The more of you guys share these videos and get them out to people and invite your friends and everything, the more that this will become a huge poetry community. It's very small starting out, but this is definitely going to be really awesome. And of course, as always, I've been posting like a ton of interviews on this channel a lot recently. And that's just going to continue to increase. I'm going to continue. I have so many interviews lined up with so many people that it's you guys. There's going to be a lot to check out, as well as just more content. I'm just going to start posting more classes on my website, and so talking to you guys a little bit about them here on YouTube and on Facebook. But head to jaxatlantis.com. I actually have a 50% off sale for all of the time that business owners are affected by the coronavirus. I was originally going to set it for about 2 months. But essentially, it'll be 2 months or whenever business owners are no longer affected by this virus. You just basically making sure all readings, all mentorships, and all of that is half off. So yeah, I just wanted to do that. And for anyone that is a business owner that signs up for a reading or a mentorship with me, make sure to let me know ahead of time and give me the birth data, not only of yourself for the natal chart reading, but also the birth data of your company. So we can take a look at the transits coming up, how that's going to affect the things that you're building and putting into place right now, while there's clearly a lot of shifting sands. But thank you guys for being here today. Thank you so much for being here, Haley. I had an awesome time. Do you have any last things you'd like to talk about? Any cool class that's coming up, or anything you wanna plug out there?
Yeah, well, as some of you may know, I do have my lucid dreaming video course. It's a 40-part lucid dreaming video course, and it walks you through the entire process from not even being able to remember your dreams to being able to induce lucid dreams at will in 30 days or less. That is on a 60% off sale right now until April 15th, which is when enrollments close. So I definitely recommend checking that out. You can find that just at the Lucid Mystic on Facebook. It'll pull up my page, or you can just go to the Lucid Mystic on YouTube, and there will be a little link for my course where you could check it out. And stay creative, my friends. I feel like this live video is very important. We need to be in touch with our creativity and keep connected to other people. So definitely just be yourself. Feel free to be creative in the comfort of your home or however you want to be creative. There's a million ways. And I hope that you guys join us next time because it's going to be really, really fun. I'm excited for it.
Heck yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, go subscribe to our channel on YouTube for sure, The Lucid Mystic.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk to you all a little bit later. See you guys.